Rain pounded the tin roof of a tiny home on the outskirts of Cebu as Miguel Santos, 16, tuned the strings of a cracked second-hand guitar. His father, a fisherman lost at sea 2 years earlier, had taught him the opening chords to old rock classics. Since then, the guitar had been his only escape from the noise of poverty and the ache of loss. When a flyer for a televised singing competition blew into the market where he worked, Miguel almost ignored it. The entry fee was waived for special stories. His mother whispered, "Anak, maybe this is our chance." With nothing to lose, he lined up at dawn outside a hotel ballroom converted into an audition hall. He had no stylish clothes, only a white school shirt gone thin from washing and a pair of rubber slippers. Contestants around him rehearsed scales and flaunted designer outfits. Miguel kept his head down, clutching his guitar like a lifeline. When his turn came, the judges, 3 celebrity musicians, barely looked up from their notes. Miguel stepped to the microphone, voice trembling. "Good afternoon, Po. My name is Miguel Santos. I'll be singing Hotel California." A ripple of surprise passed through the room. Then the first notes rang out, clean, soulful, heavier than his years. His voice carried not only melody but memory, nights waiting for his father to come home, mornings selling fish to pay for school books, the smell of salt and diesel. By the first chorus, the room had gone still. A camera caught a tear sliding down the sternest judge's cheek. When the final note faded, silence hung for a heartbeat before the hall erupted in applause. One judge whispered into the mic, "I have never felt this song like this before." Miguel bowed, almost too shy to smile. That night, the video clip of his audition hit social media and soared to millions of views. Strangers began calling him the boy with the golden heart. But behind the headlines lay the harder part, the live semifinals in Manila, far from his home, where every mistake could send him back to the docks. The weeks before the semifinals were brutal. Miguel slept on a friend's couch, worked side jobs, and practiced between bus rides. Producers hinted that he should sing something flashier to win votes. But Miguel felt drawn back to the same song. Its story of a place both welcoming and impossible to leave echoed his own life. On the night of the show, the arena buzzed with thousands of spectators and millions more online. Backstage, Miguel's hands shook so badly he almost dropped his guitar. A producer touched his shoulder. "You don't owe them perfection. Just give them you." Stepping onto the stage, the heat of the spotlights hit him. He closed his eyes and pictured his mother watching on a battered TV at home, his father's voice in the wind. Then he began to play. This time, he let the raw edges of his voice show. Every cracked note was a scar, every swell a prayer. Halfway through, the audience rose to its feet. By the final refrain, the judges stood as well, tears streaming openly. The host's voice cracked. "Ladies and gentlemen, Miguel Santos. He didn't win the competition. Another act with a huge fan base took the trophy. But offers poured in, scholarships, record deals, invitations to perform." The clip of that night became one of the most watched music moments in the country, more important than fame. Miguel returned home to build a small music school for kids like him. He taught them the same chords his father once taught him, telling them, "Your story is your song." As the camera fades at the end of your video, you can show Miguel walking along the shore with his guitar, smiling, waves crashing at his feet, no longer just a poor boy but a symbol of hope. Sometimes the greatest voices rise from the smallest places. Miguel didn't just sing a song, he sang a story of survival, of family, of dreams refusing to die. And in doing so, he reminded us that talent can come from anywhere, and that hope can turn hardship into harmony.